hard to get used to. Like that's what drives you crazy. And that's what makes you want to kill yourself. Because it's not. And I almost killed myself the first year. Like I was fucking. And this is the crazy part, is because I was so scared about something that was happening to me. It had nothing to do with them. Something that was happening to me. I was like scared of that, and in me. And so then I tell the voices in my head, just for in case. I teach them the how to basically kill me, or what would get to me, or what would fuck me. So I'm trusting them. They to point, like, would never really gave me a reason to not to trust them. Whatever, they're like they're child molesters in a way. Like they follow the fucking steps of a child molester. Like, the first stage is pampering. The pampering stage, where and the reason I know is because I took 2 years of therapy, of classes and stuff, because I was a victim at one time when I was a child, and they played with that too. They know more than people in my life do. Like they know a lot more than people in my life do, because well, I didn't, I, their voices in my head. Who are they gonna tell? So I looked at it as in getting the good out of the bad. At least I have somebody now, so I'm not necessarily asking myself, like, what about this or that and whatever. I'm just talking now. So I have someone there that kind of feels like I'm talking to, but not really there. So that was how I looked at it. So I just started talking, whether they were there or not, or whatever or not. And the proof in that is because I don't tell nobody nothing. I don't tell people my that I was abused, and that this and that, and all the abuses that I've been through, and the dude that just yeah, it's just something I don't do. My family doesn't know. My friends don't know. One girl knows partial. These things know everything. And so I'm gonna talk to strangers, like straight. I'm just gonna go up to them and just, that's just not me. Okay. The only reason I did that is because, like I said, they made me believe, or like, basically, I am a schizophrenic. Whether it's real or not, if they're voices that I can't control, that they're just there. So whether it's real or not, they are my schizophrenia. They are what basically has taken every fucking thing away from me, has fucked with my life, has done fucking things that are just fucking insane, sick. So I'm like, you can't be real. Like, you can't, dude, you just can't be real. Like, fucking nothing's that sick in this world. And the only one that I could read that was close to that shit, like Dahmer and shit. That motherfucker's freezing dicks and fucking all kinds of shit and sucking them like lollipops or whatever. Like, dude, but that was Dahmer, dude. Like, yeah, that's just fucking disgusting. But that's how sick these motherfuckers are. Like, they're that fucking sick. I don't even want to talk about it because I sound like fucking insane. But then I realized, dude, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the voices in my head. I don't know how they got there, which was another thing. I was so confused because it's everything that I hate, everything that I'm not. I hate bullies. I hate shit talkers. I hate fucking gossip. I hate, and they're everything that I hate. Like every fucking thing that I absolutely hate. I can't stand cowards. I can't stand shit talkers. I can't stand fucking, I do. Ugh, irritates me. I hate people like that. And honestly, it's because I'm like, because I know of how smart I am and what I put myself around, I mimic the people in front of me. Like, it's easier to do them than it is to have them do me. And I have a friend, maybe someone to talk to, even if it's just solely them. So fake, yeah, kind of, sort of, yeah, but it's still me. It's just I start talking like you, or I start talking like, what's up? Like, I change but it's still me. And there's nothing fake about it. It's my personality, my who I am. It's still there. It's still me. I'm just I don't do this. Like, people know me as something completely different. The way I talk, the way I carry myself, this is actually me. Nobody knows this person except for, like, in jobs and businesses and new people that I introduce myself to. But as far as people that know me, nobody does. Nobody really knows me. All right, so this is like, so they keep on thinking. I was like, dude, you have no idea. Like, you're spending your life trying to fucking be somebody or fake somebody, or you have an insecurity or whatever, because as far as fighting and smarts and just whatever not, I was the opposite. I don't have that insecurity. I know who the fuck I am, and I'm like a little too good at it. So I spent my fucking life dumbing down just to fit in, so I wouldn't be like, an outcast in my own family, in my own life, and my friends, and I wanted to be more like them. I wanted to be normal. So then there's these things, and they think that I'm like them. I'm like, dude, you have no idea. Like, you say you're smart. I'm like, no, I really don't. I mean, I'm not stupid, but I can hold my own. And I just don't tell people that I'm that smart. You know, that's not for. I mean, what good does it do for you? It doesn't do me any good. Who cares if you know I'm smart? Like, people don't respect smart no more. And then when you give them everything, what they just use you. Like, you're only, yeah, it's just didn't pan out for me in my life. So I hid it from everybody. I hid that, and I don't talk to nobody. I've been alone since as long as I can remember, homeless since like the second grade, on the couches since 13 years old, my first year of teens. Um, so I've only had just me all my life. And these things come in and they start doing something at the same time something else is happening, and well, actually before something else is happening. And I have no idea what the fuck. I'm just scared shitless that it's happening, and it carries on for a fucking week, and he's showing me things and all this stuff or whatever happened to me, right? And then, well, the crazy thing is because it's in my head, right? And I know nobody could hear it and see it. It's just him. It's me and him, and in a really crazy way, dude. If I told you how he talks to me, you would freak out. Like he knows us that good. You would freak because he knows me better than I know me. Like, oh my God, it's just freaking insane the way he talks to me. But that's what. So these things are there, right? And I'm like literally trying to figure out like who can hear what. Like I don't. This is all new to me. Shit. I mean, I wasn't born this way. Yeah, you know. I just this shit. So I have these things, right? They just kind of show up one day, just zoop, and I'm talking to God. Like me and God are sitting there going through our little chamba, like what we do, and he's cool. Like he's there. So I'm doing the God thing. All of a sudden, they show that it's kind of weird. I just look over because they have a way to put the voices in different parts of the room. They'll be on one side and the other, and they try to fucking play 15 different roles and shit. But now they're just really mind fucking you. It's like a now they have that. If you know gang stalking, they do something called street opera, I think, or something. It's just fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. It's not believable. I'm a victim, and I still don't believe it. Like that's fucking how stupid. Like, dude, yeah, it's just fucking insane. So I mean, I understand when you try to tell people, like, you know, they're like, whatever. I'm like, yeah, no, I feel you. I don't even bother. I'm like, nothing. It's cool. I don't even want to lie because I don't even fucking believe it. Like, you know, I'm like fucking. I'm right on with you. I can't believe this fucking happened. I haven't seen shit, but I guess it does happen. It is happening. Like, it's fucking. So believe me, I get you like a motherfucker. I don't. And that's the funny part is because I'm an actual victim of this fucking shit, and I'm right along with you. I'm like, dude, bullshit. It can't happen. This fucking like, yeah, dude, it's fucking insanity. It's sick and shit. But so these things want to make you look like you're. Yeah. So these things want to make you look like you're insane, like you're on drugs and this and that, whatever. It's their MO. They want to. Oh shit, that's back. We can't. So this blows up. All right, so these things, I mean, their MO, what they want to do is they want to fucking make you look like you talk to yourself, blah, this and that, whatever, and then drive you crazy. They want to fucking make you something that society automatically rejects. They've done a hell of a job basically brainwashing people into being judgmental of this and that, whatever, of people on drugs or alcohol abuse or whatever. And any psychologist, any professional will know, I mean, dude, these are people living a good life, people that don't have problems, whatever or not. Tend to not do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're too busy having fun, traveling the world, enjoying their families, doing stuff. I know. I would have been. I was by myself. I pulled myself out of a field. Pulled myself out of the field. Got a job. I did what I had to. I made it. Like I it was cool. I was so proud of myself. Hold on. All right, I was so proud of myself, right? Yeah, and I was like every time I was about to reach out and try to get help from somebody or something, I just remind myself, like, you know, no, fuck no, I could do this myself, and I did. I would do every and anything I could legal. I would even donate blood. Oh God, I donate like 4 times a week. You know, three or 4, dude. Yeah, it's bad. It left me. I call them my life scars, because you know I was given life as plasma, but it got me through. I don't know how dude. It was. I never worried though. I gave myself, and I did this walk that he told me I was gonna have to do. He provided me with everything, including himself, and showing me everything and giving me everything. And I mean, dude, it was beautiful. I mean, that's when I realized. I mean, it's not the walk of God that's hard. It's easy. It's the most easiest thing in the world. It's beautiful too. It makes God, once you feel it, it's freaking amazing. It's the people around you. they especially if they don't understand, they automatically start assuming this and that, whatever, like you're supposed to be, and like I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them, and they're nothing like it. Like they'll hold you to a standard that they're not even in. You know, I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? I'm like doing this. Don't like don't assume or expect or this and that, whatever. You don't understand what the fuck it is. It's a walk with him. You grow every day being better. You don't all of a sudden you're saved and become like you grow wings and a halo and walk on water and shit, dude. That's not what it is. It's a lifetime of dedicating and trying to be the best version of you can possibly be through God, and grow and evolve and pass it down to your children so that they can start from there and continue this evolution. And if you do right and your memory is good, you'll come back in sometime and if never mind, I will say that one for later. But you basically get to experience it, possibly, if you know. I'll explain it later. Anyway, so this happens to me. So God happens, and everyone. This is the part that gets to me: is that people keep on. Well, it was a demon. I'm like, did you fucking say demon again? I'll slap the fuck out of you. Don't say that about him. About that. I know who and what it was. There's no mistaking it. Like when his big toe just popped through the freaking ceiling, I thought you never seen him. I was like, I'm making an exaggeration. I'm trying to explain to you how it felt. Like I could feel his presence. Like, dude, his presence was so big, it's pushing me over. And I went to tears and sniveling. I was like fucking so fucked off and scared. I knew who that was. I know what that was. He was like right next to me. I was on, like, dude, it was scary. Like it was so fucking scary. I didn't even want to look. I automatically went straight to the ground and looked away. I didn't even know what it was. I felt him before he even said anything. I didn't see him, did anything. I felt him. Like, boom. So that's why I told him I could feel before his big toe popped in the ceiling as if he was coming down. I just felt that and got scared and went, and I didn't even want to look at it. I just went down and I was like, oh my God. And I'm thinking, I was like, what the fuck? Oh God, the drinking. It's probably that fucking bang to the head or that 8-ball or just whatever. And then he gets pissed off. He's like, who am I? And Jesus, my God. He just screamed it so loud, like he just and pushed me the fuck over. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like crying. I'm like, okay. And I didn't even, my okay was like, dude, I get it. I know you, like, and he's gone. I never acknowledged, never said his name, never nothing. I just said, okay. And then boom, he's gone. But dude, and now I'm just fucking sitting. I have snot coming down. I have tears. I'm fucking shaking. And I'm looking, and I'm in the house alone. I'm kind of like I always am. But I don't know who or what. And then I have these little things, like, you know, when they had no idea I'm going through this, right? So they show up and they're and there's God right here, and then over here to the right on the top, he's always right there. And then these things come in. And I was like, fucking, they came in from the back. Let's see, the west wall of my mom's upper stairs and shit. They came in, and it was weird as fuck. I'm like, okay. So I look up at him, my God, and then I look back over here. It's like, yeah, what's going on? And they're like, when we're here on behalf of, like, dude, you know how they, like in stories you hear like angels that will come and represent, like that's what they're fucking trying to play. It was so fucking gay and stupid. Somebody that's why I looked up at God like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. I was like, what are you? Like, straight up. And I was like, oh, really? Well, tell. And I start talking about me. He's like, stop. They like tell me like the whole, like they're all fucking gay. Dude, so stupid. Like, ridiculous. Like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with these things, right? But that's why I'm saying, like, that was my schizophrenia. Crazy shit started happening after, dude, I swallowed an 8-ball of meth out of the bag. It was a little more than 8 balls. It was a pretty good chunk size of meth. I had a crunch on it and shit. I got set up. I was trying to fucking help a friend. I had a job. I didn't need to do that. I wasn't selling. I wasn't doing anything. I was doing directional drilling for Rocky Mountain Drilling. His name was Don. He began his company. I was running a 7-Eleven. So I had I had a really good job. Directional drilling is fucking good money. So I didn't need all that. But a friend of mine, she needed to borrow money. And I didn't have enough to give her, but I wanted to help her. And she's the one that came up with an idea of doing this. And she had to, and then I was like, okay, well, I'll set you up. I'll get you food. I'll get you everything, whatever. And as soon as I get my money back, I'm out. That's the best I can help her with. And I know it's not legal, or that's just the best I could do to help her, and I did. So that's just whatever it is. While I was there, she gets mad, takes off, and gone all night. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, dude, my money's gone. Like, I'm like, fucked, right? Like, what am I gonna do? I was just so pissed. So she comes back in the morning, and she's in the bathroom, of course, doing whatever. And then, so it's like checkout time. I'm leaving, and I'm pissed. She leaves me, so I'm like not really too happy. I'm broke now, and I don't know what the fuck to do with this shit. I could throw it away. So fucking well, she leaves, but before she leaves, she starts going through my bags and doing whatever. And then I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I thought she was looking for that. And I was like, what are you doing? And it wasn't that. So I grab it, and she's acting fishy. She was hooked on heroin. So she was not drug choice. It wasn't a street thing. She was in a car accident when she was younger. She was pregnant with her child and stuff, and she got in a car accident and slipped her disc. So the government got her fucked on opiates, like, the epidemic that is now. I guess it's a family, but our military is fucking covering their fields in, Afghanistan. It's fucking bullshit. But it's an epidemic. The government is basically... Dude, there's so many other painkillers. There's a weed in your backyard that's better than that shit. Doesn't put you to sleep. Fucking gives it. It almost looks like dandelions. There's 2 different types. Don't try the other one. Another one is poisonous. But one of them is actually a very good painkiller. So there's options out there. And if I know them, I'm pretty sure they know them. Okay, so they chose opiates. I mean, there's money there. I mean, dude, that's medical grade fucking heroin. They got oxys and roxys. Roxy's the little sister. Okay, she got hooked on oxys. And she would first she would do insurances. She was legit, dude. She had an awesome job. She was a real estate agent. She made money dancing, real estate agent, and doing other things on the side, whatever. But she took care of all her family, her mom, everything. And then she just got in a car accident. And the surgery that would have fixed her basically was it's a 50-50 chance. Like, we can fix it, but you might come out of, like, without your legs. Like, it's on the spine. So she could still walk and whatever. So she just took on the pills and she's living with it, and it was awful, So she got hooked on. I mean, dude, it's heroin. It's medical grade fucking heroin. Medical grade. You know what the fuck that means? Medical grade. Let me say it. Medical grade salt water goes for $800 a pop. That's what the fuck that means. Your saline solution? Yeah, all it is salt water. That's salt water for how much? Yeah, it's just fucking stupid. Western medicine isn't medicine. The last thing they cured was polio, and then they realized their mistake. There's no money in a cure. They'll provide you pill after fucking pill and shit when not. And this is the funny part about fucking... They have pills that give you side effects, right? So you go in with diarrhea, and I got a pill for that. They prescribe it to you, but it has these side effects and blah, this and that, whatever. And then they got another pill for that. And by the time you're done, like, you're hooked on all these other things, taking 15 fucking pills, and start out with diarrhea. A side effect of all the other pills is death. So, yeah, it's fucking funny as fuck. But that's basically Western medicine. They're a pill. And it's the government. I mean, anything that is, it's a perfect business, dude. It's a multi-trillion money, like a motherfucker. I've actually sat down and took the time to fucking calculate while I was trying to find a way to help us through this COVID and through to help us with our deficit. Like, and the money that I found, oh my God, it made every man, woman, and child in the United States, if they were to fucking pay up what the fuck is owed to us, like, dude, they owe us like a trillion. What's the number above a trillion? They owe us 2 of those. Dude, I swear, but it's fucking insane how much money they owe us. They owe us a shit. Okay, right now they lost $45 trillion fucking dollars, dude. They just lost it. It's just gone, right? Okay, well, it was Trump. So Trump audits, first off, the secretary, the treasurer, whatever, not. There's a couple of years ago, 2.5, possibly 3 years ago. There's I don't know how they got first brought up, but there's missing money, like 7.3 trillion or something. So I'm watching it, I'm keeping up with it, and then yeah, well, where'd it go? Oh yeah, so that was just that. So then 2 years later, after that, she's back in the house, and she's more worried about people calling it an investigation. I was like, bitch, you better do something. Like, for one, you're in charge of it, you're responsible. I mean, how do you lose that much money? That's 7.3, but now it's 2 years later, and we're up to 9.7, I think, $1 trillion. I'm like, so it's not only lost, but there's a funnel. Something's fucking taking that much fucking money. How the fuck can you not find it? You're an accountant, bitch. Like what the fuck? And then that much. So basically, it's at an average in those 2 years. It's I would say $1 trillion a year that she's losing. So she's not doing her fucking job. I'm about to fucking call bullshit and fire her ass, dude. What do you call that? Impeach her ass. She's not doing her job. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck do you, and then it's still being funneled and miss it? Like, that's a big fucking hole, dude. Like, there's a leak somewhere and you can't find that. So 2 years fucking later, there's 9 point something trillion. And then Trump, he demands an audit of the Pentagon and finds that there's $35 trillion missing. So the Pentagon's got 35 trillion. Ours over here's got 9 point. Dude, it's about $45 trillion. It's enough to give every man, woman, and child here with the Social Security, even the bum on the street, $120,000 a piece. So if it's you and your wife and 3 kids, shit, you do the math. 120,000 a piece. That'll cover COVID all day. How about you find that fucking money and then, you know what I'm saying? But they're not even batting an eye. They're like, cool. Like, it's 45 trillion. I'm like, wow, dude. You can lose 45 trillion fucking dollars and bat an eye. Your taxes are a little excessive, dude, if you ask me. 45 trillion of our money is fucking gone, and they're cool with it, right? So check this out. Since you can lose money that fucking easy, how about next time you're talking of a possible of a tax raise, find that 45 trillion. You know what I'm saying? You lost that money, not us, and it's not that big of a deal. And I say if you can lose that much money and not give a fuck, like straight up, like just not even bat an eye, like 2 shits, dude, you have money, motherfucker. That's a lot. You're taxing way too much, dude. Like, seriously, if you can bet an eye that much money, dude, it's, I've lost a couple $100,000 here. I went to Vegas and spent it on hookers and gambling, and and then this other time I lost a couple million. It just fell out of my pocket, that's a million, a couple million. I could understand, you know what I'm saying? Even $1 billion, shit. I can't remember what that was, but I lost a couple billion there, in my past life. That's nothing. That happens. I could understand. $45 trillion. How the fuck do you lose $45 trillion? All right, so that's the first money that. Hey, how about I get one of my own accountants in there if I find it? I mean, because if I stack that shit on $100 bills, that shit could probably go 3 miles in space. All right. So how about I get an accountant or me? Let me have a stab at it. Tell me exactly how it gets divided, blah, this, now, whatever. And I don't even have to do numbers that much. How much gets allotted here and there? Audit them like individually, and hey, fuck your conference call, whatever they are. It's real easy to find. I don't see how you could possibly miss it. Okay. So shit, if we find it, we keep it. We get $120,000 a piece. Girls in the projects or people with extra kids and stuff like that. Your kid, every kid in the household, it's anybody with a social security number gets $120,000 a piece. That's good. I could use that. So it'd be by myself, but 120, I could do some shit with that. It'd take care of COVID. That's for damn sure. So find us that money. That's our fucking money, not yours. Those are our taxes. We pay you your own. We cover your bills. We pay you yours, so you're paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we can do that for you. But that money was supposed to go back to our schools to help keep America great and build it and whatnot. It was our money. It's it's ours. You need to find it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not your money to just sit and say, it's $45 trillion. It's not $100 a million or a billion. It's a lot of fucking money. And right now you're fucking sitting there talking about the government's talking about that COVID 1,200 was way too much money. That they're contemplating. I'm like, you fucking sick motherfuckers. Not here in Colorado. Here in Colorado, the minimum fucking that you can find for a rental, actual on your own, is $900. Like, that's, you barely covered, and then it's going on for months. You didn't do shit. You tell us to stay the fuck home on your mistake. You should have quarantined those motherfuckers. And anything as far as exports and imports, you could have quarantined the fuck out of that, checked it over, kept it until the fucking shit is dead or sprayed or do something, then bring it. And I don't know how the fuck it got here. Especially after 9/11, that's impossible. And if you need me to fucking figure it out, why didn't you just fucking? We knew it was over there for a long time, and it got here. How in the fuck did that happen? That's any responsibility on your part. Don't think I'm fucking stupid. You have the fucking right to be sorry, quarantined. Everything's cut off from here to there. I would have stopped all fucking imports and outports, quarantined that, and just stopped fucking flights in and out. Easy as fuck. Anything that fucking came from there is quarantined or cut off, so they can't come in through anywhere else. They have passports to track that, dude. Fucking, it's easy. But they got here somehow, and now we're fucked. The way I look at it is, you want basically us strained out to the fucking limits and shit and not so stressed out, so something. Why, I'll explain it later. But it's a part of a plan that they have. It's this huge, and I could see it happening. I'm watching how they're fucking picking apart the Constitution right now. The Constitution is no longer being addressed. They're not. There's things that are under oath that are fucking with it, and they think they're still of law. Like, they're not. The moment you violate your fucking oath, you're null and void. You're the only thing that keeps you with yours is your first mistake. Dude, it's not a court thing. We've seen it. You did it. You're done. You're not a fucking cop anymore. You're not an FBI. You're not CIA. You're not a president. You're nothing. The moment you fucking violate that oath, it's not whatever, null and void. Okay, that's what ties you in, is your oath. All right, and even in the end of the pledge that you make, or even in the end of the pledge that you make and stuff, it literally says. I mean, if you read it, and I have them, I have documentations, I have of pictures of pretty much everything that of the oath. They're different ones. There's 3 levels. There's one a cop takes, one an official takes, and a president. They're written almost the same, but there's a slight variance in some of them and stuff. But all of them remain the same on the bottom. Now, on the bottom it says that if upon you violating this, for whatever reason, you walk. Like, it's not a court process. It's not anything. It's just you're done. You resign. It's not dude. Yeah, it's stupid. So anything that's fucking walking around in law, just know they're not law no more. The moment they fucking violate, the only difference between a cop and a criminal is one bad move. One bad move. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? A crime. Don't think because you're a cop you can bend and sway in whatever law, because then you're just dicking yourself. You're doing something that's basically making you a criminal. So you're now a criminal under trust. Like that's an enhancer. If you're in a position of trust and stuff or not, which you are, we've entrusted you with our lives, our wives, our husbands, our future, our children, and you do what with it? We even pay. We pay for your lives, the rock on your finger, your child's school, even the trash that you take out. So I'm glad we could do that for you, and you deserve it, because, dude, while people are running away from the fire, you're running in there to turn it out. So I mean, as long as dude, the cop's not the problem. It's the asshole wearing it, thinking he's a cop and using it to fucking manipulate and fuck shit. Okay, a cop by definition, that's my motherfucker. I run behind him and point the finger like, guys, look at that one officer. You know what I'm saying? He is your friend. But so it's not really the uniform that makes a cop. It's the man inside. And that oath. So as soon as you see somebody, that motherfucker he's not a cop no more. You call a supervisor, and especially considering that there's a law, the federal law that just passed by. And at first, when I heard it, it pissed me the fuck off. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? A cop no longer has to, by federal court ordered law, uphold your rights or be there of your rights, and he doesn't have to be there and be like, oh, that's his right and this. So basically, it takes him out of that part. It's now your responsibility. They're only there to what should I say? Uphold the law. Which I'll get to that later. Uphold the law. Have you seen what the fucking schooling that they go through? How can something uphold the law if they don't even really know the law? You know what I'm saying? That's just fucking insane to me. Okay, so it's like, dude, I don't get it. You can't go through a basic, unless you go through my law, which is pretty easy, but you can't go through like a fucking, there's not nothing basic. Lawyers go to fucking school for a while. Judges even longer, and to do a law. But we have something that has been proven through tests and stuff whatnot, that to have 15% lower IQ than the normal blue-collar worker trying to uphold law. How the fuck does that happen? Dude, that's insane. All right, so we have these things that don't even know law, supposed to only uphold the law, and they don't even fucking know the damn selves. Believe me, I know. I quizzed every fucking one of them when I was with them. Like, I'd sit there and I'd ask questions, and they're like wrong. I'm like, you fucking monkey morons. Like, yeah, no, it's cool. I don't need to talk to you like at all. There's nothing you can do to help me. You're not a lawyer, not this, not whatever. You're just You're just, whatever there's nothing you could do. You don't have the capacity, dude. You don't know law. You're not law. You're just there to uphold something that, I guess, without knowing it really, you're there to wing it. Well, I know that this is, no. Let me take you to the law of Benjamin. The law of Benjamin says if it ain't good, it ain't good. It has to be good is only good when it's good for everybody. If there's 3 people in the room, good is good, and it always has to be good for every single one of us. If it's not that, it's not good. And law, I mean, it's shit. Most people fucking forgot. Like, there's people that actually think that they are the law. Like, they're the cops and they're the law. They're not the fucking law, dickhead.